moment has arrived in Basics with Eric where we talk about vibrato. Vibrato is very personal to me, and I'm going to share my story with vibrato, my struggles with vibrato, as well as how to use the first 2 tips in the left-hand series of Basics with Eric to help get you a nice, healthy vibrato. So stick around to the end of the video. Hi there, my name is Eric. If we're meeting for the first time, welcome to my channel. I do product reviews, how-to tutorials, and vlogs. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications for when new videos come out. I want to start this video with a little story. And vibrato has been a struggle for a very long time for me. And it wasn't until recently where I finally was able to kind of figure out which vibrato works for me. And as a pedagogue and as a teacher, I was really afraid to teach vibrato. I was actually almost hesitant. I'm like, oh, this is what you do, but I really don't want to touch it because I struggle with vibrato. And I know that if you're watching this video, you might be struggling with vibrato too. Just so you know, we've all been there. I think learning vibrato, it kind of comes natural and it's actually really difficult to teach. But I'm going to try my best in this video to explain what I think vibrato should sound like, the movement, the motion of the finger and the wrist or the arm, whichever vibrato you choose to do. And we're going to go step by step as to incorporating the 2 first ideas in Basics with Eric into this video right now. There are 3 different types of vibratos. There is wrist vibrato, there's arm vibrato, and then there's finger vibrato. More or less, I tend to go towards the finger vibrato just because I have big hands, and if I go really wide with the arm vibrato, it almost sounds like I play viola. Whenever I'm about to teach vibrato to a student, I first give the disclaimer that it takes time. Learning vibrato takes time, and you kind of have to work with it every single day. Everyone's going to have a different sounding vibrato. Everybody's going to vibrate each note differently in different positions, and that's okay. But today we're going to talk about part of the mechanics of what I think provides a beautiful vibrato. Vibrato is to enhance a note. It's not supposed to be the main event. And also vibrato is used to enhance the volume and the tone and the quality of the note in which you are playing. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go step by step as to what the motion should look like and then go from there. A common exercise that teachers give is the meditation from Thais exercise. Here's step 1 when practicing vibrato. You're going to want to go to 4th position and use your 3rd finger. And again, from the first 2 videos, we want to make sure that our finger placement is in the right spot, the left side of our finger. And we're also going to use a little bit of the weight from our arm to put the finger down on the string and on the fingerboard. So we're going to, so that's our G. Make sure you get that G in tune. And we're gonna go backward. And this motion is created from the back of the hand plus the first joint of the fingers. So this is where the magic happens with vibrato. And over here, we're gonna use a combination of the 2. And you notice that I'm using my finger and the back of my hand to really make sure that I have a nice, consistent siren kind of like sound. So the best way to go about this is to practice with the metronome. So, and then you'll slowly build that repetition. You'll train your hand to go that certain way. And again, it takes a lot of focus, it takes a lot of practice, so don't be discouraged if you don't get it right away. So here we go, we're gonna go a little fast. And if you notice on my finger, it's not like I'm not pressing down, because if I press down, as I said in the finger placement video, and if I press down, then I'm gonna have this really rigid vibrato. You wanna make sure that the full left side of the finger is activated and you have this nice sound. You have this nice fluid motion as you're doing this vibrato. So and you'll eventually have that kind of vibrato. So practicing slowly, and by the way, the reason why I have my hand up in fourth position is because I'm using the shoulder of my violin as a blockade to kind of avoid the risk of doing this, which is a common problem with people who are first learning vibrato. So you want to use the shoulder of your instrument to really kind of secure your wrist as you're practicing that backwards motion. That's another tip I want to share with you, is that when you're practicing vibrato, the pitch, you bend the pitch downwards, not upwards. So you're always going down. You really want to get that. If you can reach a half step, then that'll be fine. But what you don't want is go, because then you'll eventually go higher in pitch, and it's actually really tough to recover as you're playing your music. So it's really important at first to really understand what that motion is like and that you're going down. Last tip that I will want to share with you is that don't run before you walk. You need to walk, even baby steps, even like crawl on the ground before you go have a fast vibrato. The reason being is that once you start getting like a bumblebee vibrato, which I've seen some students have in the past, it's really tough to reverse that. So it's nice to have a fast vibrato when you're playing fast music, but that's not always the case. So you want to make sure that you are able to vary the vibrato from slow to medium to fast. And this is also another reason why you want to practice with the metronome, so that way your hand understands what it feels like to be at different speeds at different times. To give you a bird's eye view of the vibrato, this is what it looks like. You're going down this way. And the way this is something that I kind of come up with recently, is that you want the knuckle of your first finger to be heading backwards to the scroll. And I think that's a good kind of visual thing to kind of go about, is that if the first knuckle of the first finger is moving backwards, then you're doing it the right way. Because another way, you don't want to be going out this way. You don't want to be going away from the fingerboard. You want to make sure that that knuckle right here, we call this our violin shell for the beginners, that we want to make sure there's a little bit of that contact on the fingerboard, so that way we don't lose the grip. If we go this way, then you hear that there's this kind of noise happening here. So it's always going, this first finger is going to the scroll backwards. And you notice again, I'm using my finger to really relax. I'm placing the finger on the left side of my finger, and I'm using that left side to really allow the range of motion happening. Good vibrato is what we always want and always are striving to achieve. And even to this day, I work on my vibrato with my students and even for myself in my daily practice. Practicing with the metronome, being patient with the process, so that way you don't get discouraged. Being discouraged, just takes away the fun of the violin. And this is one technical aspect that allows you to be more musical. So again, you'll have one of these tools in your toolkit to be able to play the music and express the music that you so want. If you like this video, it would mean the world to me if you subscribed. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and make sure you don't forget to hit the bell notifications when new videos come out. Again, I do how-to tutorials, I do vlogs, I also do product reviews. I hope you enjoyed the process as much as I did. And again, if you know of anyone who needs help, then please share this video. That's the reason why I create the videos, to provide more help out there and to give you detailed explanations of how to do certain things. So please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.